Hello and namaste. So today's topic is cognitive psychology and introduction. So cognitive psychology is a field of psychology that examines how people think, learn, perceive and process information. It focuses on the mental processes that occur within individuals, including attention, memory, problem solving, decision making, language and perception. Cognitive psychologists study these processes to understand how they influence our thoughts, behaviors, and experiences. In cognitive psychology, the mind is viewed as an information processing system, similar to a computer, where the input, which is a stimuli from the environment, is processed, stored, and retrieved to produce an output, which is the behavioral responses or internal mental representations. This field seeks to uncover the underlying mechanisms and structures that drive human cognition and how they contribute to our understanding of the world. Cognitive psychology has practical applications in various areas such as education, clinical psychology, human computer interaction, and artificial intelligence. By studying cognitive processes, researchers aim to develop theories, models, and interventions that can improve learning, problem solving, decision making, and overall mental well being. Overall, cognitive psychology plays a vital role in unraveling the complexities of human thinking and behavior, providing valuable insights into how our mind works and how we can optimize our cognitive abilities. So, let us now explore some examples of everyday experiences that are of interest to cognitive psychologists. Proofreading errors. Now, have you ever proofread a document carefully only to realize later that you have missed out on obvious mistake? Cognitive psychologists are interested in understanding why we sometimes overlook errors even when we are being so careful. This relates to the process of pattern recognition, where what we see is influenced by the context in which it occurs. The next is note taking and understanding. Now, have you ever found it challenging to take notes in your class while trying to understand the lecture at the same time? Cognitive psychologists study this difficulty and discuss it in terms of attention, exploring how our cognitive resources are allocated between different tasks and how our attention can vary. The next example is of short term memory. Now, have you experienced the need to repeat a phone number multiple times before dialing it because you didn't have a pen to write it down? Or have you forgotten the number if someone interrupted you before making the call? Now, these experiences relate to the limitations of our short term memory, and cognitive psychologists investigate the processes involved in maintaining and retrieving information. Another example of problem solving breakthroughs. Now, have you ever struggled to solve a problem or a puzzle, but then had a solution come to you later on after taking a break from it? The phenomenon known as incubation effect is an example of how cognitive processes can continue working in the background of your mind even when we are not necessarily conscious and focused on the problem. But still, in the back of the mind, we are still seeking for the solution. The next example is that of perception and illusions. Have you noticed that objects appear farther away on foggy days than they actually are? Now, this perceptual discrepancy can lead to potential dangers such as misjudging distances while driving. Cognitive psychologists study these perceptual illusions to understand how our perception is influenced by the environmental factors. So, environment also have an effect of how we cognize things. Now, these examples highlight the everyday experiences that cognitive psychologists investigate. They focus on difficulties or failures of mental processes and aim to gain a scientific understanding of the mind. By studying these phenomena, cognitive psychology aims to uncover the underlying cognitive processes that contribute to our thoughts, behaviors, and perception. Thank you.